I want to bring into the program now Warren Mundine, who's the Indigenous Forum Director at the Centre for Independent Studies. Good to see you, Warren.
Yeah, good to see you too.
Hey, happy birthday. It was your birthday the other day, right?
Yeah.
50 again?
Well, I won't lie about my age. 51.
Now, tell us about the Indigenous Voice. You and Jacinta Nampijinpa Price have become the leading Indigenous skeptics, or perhaps in your case, even an outright opponent of the Voice. Why?
Well, it's all very simple to me. When we looked at the when I was up in Garma and the Prime Minister gave it, you'd go for 1, 2 and 3. When you get to 3, it talks about that the Parliament's going to design it, it's going to determine its power, going to function. Well, they can do it now. I don't understand why
they do have the power to make a voice now, they do,
yeah. But
the idea is to recognise Indigenous people in the Constitution and guarantee that that consultation will have to always happen.
Well, look, everyone says there's two things that I have problems. One is said that we need a voice because Aboriginal people don't have a voice. Well, that's not true. Since Gough Whitlam come to power in the 1972, we've had national voices. We've had about 3, 4, 5 probably national voices, and they've all failed. In fact, we had the ADSIC, which actually had control of money. So I don't know why we're going through this whole process again, because I think it's more about, you know, what's the old Einstein saying he got credited with? You know, insanity is that you keep on doing the same thing over and over again and hoping that there's a change. The other part too is all my life I've been about traditional owners. Traditional owners, Aboriginal, our culture talks about they can only talk for country. They can only talk for their own country. I don't see that in any of this. So I have a serious problem if we're going to just go through this whole process, have a group of people just sitting in Canberra giving advice, which is done forever and ever and a day.
But you know that the whole model is to have local and regional voices and feeding into a national body that will come from those local and regional bodies. That's the whole idea, to make sure it is grassroots.
That's what they're saying. As I said, there's a difference. There's a country. Only country women can talk for country. And that's
so
what
won't those regional and local bodies be really good for those areas then and those people on their country?
They have to talk for country. To me, they're the only ones who talk for country. Now, whether I agree or not with their decisions at the end of the day, and I'll give a good example, is nuclear power. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of nuclear power and uranium mining. When the people up at Ranger said we don't want to extend the leash, Sydney and Melbourne media come to me thinking there's going to be a fight, and I said, well, I agree with them, because it's their country, they make those decisions.
Yeah, I think that's an important principle.